Well, good morning. Good morning. See if we can get us some good setup here. Good morning, all. Getting ready to go into the pre-market. See what we got here. Welcome in. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Let's see what the market has to hold for us today. What does it have for us today? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Cynthia. How you doing, honey? Missing my Zoom folks because I can see your names and faces. If you come here, you have to say hello. Otherwise, I don't know you're here. Hi, Miss Barbara. Good morning. Good morning. I've been thinking about you. I have to send you a message. I want to get a status of how things are going. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Miss Cheryl. Good to see you. Hey there. Meg Alpine. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you all coming in. Seeing what we can see for today as far as the market goes. Let me see, I should say I'm live and in living color, which it does. There we go. I can at least see the comments. All righty. Hey, Royal Diadem. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Morning, morning. So I've been thinking about a little something, and that is the thought about the more you learn, the more you earn. The more you learn, the more you earn. And you see that. And it sounds really good because we hear it said and we see it on it's good for a t-shirt. The more you learn, the more you earn. But you know what? That really is a true statement. Because I mean, if you think about, I mean, if we base it down to job wise, right? If you learn more and more on a job, and I'm definitely going past jobs. Hey, Ocho. So if you learn more on your job, on your natural job at your company that you work for, the person who knows more and more gets more and more responsibility. And more responsibility generally equates with um, making more money, right? So the more you learn, the more you earn. That person becomes the manager. They do other things like that. So that we can go with the more you learn, the more you earn, even in the natural world. But let's take it up even higher to where when we're working with our stocks, working in the market, the working with the different strategies, the more strategies you know, the more you can earn. And the more you know about your strategy or your particular stock, the more you can earn. So we've talked about making sure that you enter a trade going up when it comes, when it's leaving the support area and you're entering a trade that's going, a call, you're buying a call or you're selling a put credit spread or you're selling puts as it goes up. But listen, if you can get into that trade earlier or the earlier you can get into that trade, the more money you stand to make. right? Because as a buyer, if you can get in right when it's leaving the support area, you've got more space for it to run until it runs back to the sell zone, right? To the resistance area. If you're selling, if you're doing like put credit spreads and you're going to start at the support and it's running up, you're going to get better premiums if it's in closer in proximity to the support area as it goes up. So you're going to earn more there. You have to have increased your understanding of charting, increase your learning of that particular stock, but the more you learn, the more you will earn. Even in those two simple examples of buying and selling a stock that's leaving the support area. But if you learn more, even about, I'm not a huge fan of a bunch of indicators because I feel like indicators can like overpopulate your mind and cause kind of analysis paralysis. But some people use those their indicators to help them confirm their entries and their exits. Right. As a seller, we don't really need as many of those, but those who are buying, pops and stuff like that, you do want to maybe use those. But I'm thinking about the more you learn, the more you earn. This thing, I was talking to my son yesterday. He's starting to learn how to trade, bless the Lord. And he was like, he's in the first videos of the options 411 videos. And he's like, Ma, I can't watch those videos and be like doing something else. I need to pay attention to the video. Yes, exactly. You need to pay attention to this because these strategies and this new education that we're adding, this new vocabulary, new terminology, new all this stuff we're adding to our lives, it's going to take focus and intention, right? It's what it's going to take. So the more you learn, the more you earn. I said all of that to say that little phrase, the more you learn, the more you will earn. We can translate that into life. Doctors know more than regular lay people, which means they make more money. Doctors know more than nurses, so they make more money. The more you learn, the more you earn. Regular job, same thing, but translate that into our stocks. The more we learn about our stocks, our trading, and what things are going on in this world, the more we earn, right? Give yourself a break though. Don't be too hard on yourself because we can be our worst critics. Give yourself a bit of a break so that way you know that you're learning along the way. Every lesson is a learning experience. Every lesson is a learning experience. Okay? Let's go on over here and see what we have from the market. All right. So the VIX this morning is at 1317, 1318. The CBOE volatility index, the VIX is at 13. It's down a penny. Yahoo Finance, the long pause between record highs is a bullish sign. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Means we got maybe have a little more upwards movement. U.S. futures tread water as focus turns to earnings. Yep, Netflix is going to stream WWE and $5 billion bet on live event. Lord, Lord. GE shares fall as the quarter one outlook disappoints. That's what's going on. That's what was told to us in Yahoo Finance, right? Oh, what happened here? Here we go. This is our pre-markets. Dow futures are currently down 0.12%, S&P futures up 0.15%, NASDAQ futures up 0.22%, oil is down, and 10-year bonds is up. Our European markets turn lower, losing positivity seen at the start of the week. All of these are red except for the FTSE, and it's barely green, 0.05%. In Asia, we got the exact opposite of Europe. Everything's green except for the Nikkei, and the Nikkei is down 0.08%, which is again almost flat. Hong Kong stocks jumped 3% after report on more China stimulus. Ooh. BOJ keeps policy unchanged. Maybe the Bank of Japan. I'm thinking that's BOJ. Let's look at our meetings for today. Today's Tuesday. All we have is the Richmond Manufacturing Index. It's an orange folder, and that will be coming out at 10 o'clock. It's the only thing we have for today. Let's see what we have on the investing.com calendar. Sometimes stuff is over here that's not over there. Just the Richmond, now over here, it only shows the Richmond Manufacturing Index as a 1 star, which is mild volatility. And we've got some bill auction and 2-year note auction. API weekly crude oil stock is showing at 4:30. That's after the market is closed. Okay. Let's look at what did SPX do yesterday? Other one. There we go. SPX closed at 48.50 yesterday. It gained $10 yesterday. If you made some money on SPX yesterday, put me some snaps in the chat, or say yes, me in the chat. Put some money bags or something. If you made some money on SPX yesterday or XSP, put me some money in the chat. Put some money in the chat. It closed at 48.50 yesterday. I'm going to go and look at what the price action did yesterday. Give a little bit of guidance for how we can make this work for us. Okay, the overnight buyer's gap almost got closed. This is yesterday's price action. We bumped up out of the hey Deanya and D McIntyre, good morning. It act like it wanted to kind of halfway get out, but we always wait till 10:15, 10:30 before you get in doing PDT hack. Okay, you always wait a little bit before you jump in on that. So then it dropped back down. Got back through the 15-minute zone, which is the red lines, is the 15-minute candle. And then it dropped. It hovered around this support resistance, I guess you can call it. And then it dropped down just a bit more. So I can grab nope, not that one. Actually, I will get that one in a minute, but I'm not going to get it now. I want to grab our gap. Grabbing our gap. So this overnight gap was this was a buyer's gap from Friday to Monday. It gapped up to here, gapped up all the way over to 48.53. And then it dropped down into the gap a little bit. Oh, I'm yawning. I'm sorry, y'all. And but all the gap wasn't completely filled. If you got your PDT hack on, which you might have been hesitant because all of these candles here would have let you know that it wasn't, to me, wouldn't have been clear direction. You need a clear direction when you're putting in your PDT hack. And then what would have happened is you would put a call credit spread up here, right, as your first entry. And then as you're going, you do a call credit spread first because you want to go with the trend first. And then you put then PCS at the exact same strikes. Those of you who have the PDT hack, PDT hack resource, you should be using that, and you should have a pretty good understanding of what's going on. There's videos associated with it. So you can use that. Can be found at http. Hold please. I'm sending a message to the folks who are wanting to get the PDT hack. I just put a message in the chat. You can find it at educatortotrader.com. And I think it's $17. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. How can we use this though? If you're doing the PDT hack in the morning would have been great. But what about, this was what, 1 o'clock, 1:30? See, this is an opportunity here as well. 1:30, right? In these candles, right? What would have been useful there would have been looking at the SPX resource that we have, SPX for daily and weekly profits. That particular resource talks about if you want to enter in the morning at 10 o'clock, if you want to enter 12 or 1. It also gives you the power hour. So if you want to enter the trade at 2:30, 3 o'clock, right? Which is what over in here. Yeah, this is 3 o'clock here. This is the 2:30, 3 o'clock area. Right? Let me circle this going on. Oh, now I gotta get me a thingy. There we go. This is the 2:30, 3 o'clock area. These are all entry points. Entry points would be 10:30. So something in here, but you want to make sure that you break out over here. And then there's some people who are trading just the last 15 minutes. Right? It really depends on what's going on with your life and where does this trading fit into your life? If we're here, we've got the there's got I think it's called a plus minus 30. Plus minus 30 is a strategy that's used in this area. I want to say 30, 25 or 30. Then you've got the power hour strategy that's used over here. Okay, the power hour strategy is used. Come on. There we go. It's used right in here. And then we've got a strategy for the last 15-minute strategy. Y'all see how there's 4 different things, and then we've even got one for doing the week if you want to do the weekly money. But that SPX strategy covers different time frames based on what you want to do. Based on what you want to do. Let me go real quick. Nope, that's where I want to go. Nope, I don't want to go there. There we go. No, I don't know if it'll take us. It should take us where we want to go. This is the strategy of this is the resource I'm talking about, the SPX spreads for daily and weekly profits. SPX spreads for daily and weekly profits. As you see here, it lists SPX in the morning, SPX in the noonday, SPX in the afternoon, right? SPX in the evening. Yeah, SPX can be used all of these times as a seller, and you can use it multiple. You don't have to pick one. You can decide I'm doing the morning and PDT hack, and I'm gonna swing back in for power hour, or I'm gonna swing back in for the last 15 minutes or the last 5 minutes. We got people who are running these things independently or concurrently. All right, the SPX spreads for daily and weekly profits is at educatortotrader.com. Okay, there we go. So now back to where we were. Pre-market at this point looks like SPY is up at 484. So 48.40 might be, it's not, SPY and SPX are not exact 10% matches. XSP is an exact match to it. So 48.40 is around where it is right now. Let's go look and see what earnings we have coming up today. Tuesday, we've got Verizon, 3M, GE, RTX. I think Johnson & Johnson is down here, Halliburton, Lockheed Martin, P&G, DR Horton, and Paccar. This afternoon, though, after the market closes, we've got Netflix. Looks like that's Texas Instruments, Stride, somebody, Baker Hughes, CN. I can't see the ones down here because they're covered up by the screen. Let me see if I can go grab it from another place so I can see what else is down there. I don't even see the earnings. Where are they? Maybe they're in here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, yes, they are. Okay, so Net NBT Bank, East West Bank, Covenant is in there. Those are all this afternoon today. Intuitive is there this afternoon. Netflix is anticipated. So tomorrow morning we've got AT&T, ASML, Progressive, Abbott, Amphenol, Kimberly-Clark, Elevance Health, SAP, Textron. All those are tomorrow morning. Then Tesla is tomorrow afternoon. Afternoon. Okay, that's what we got going there. Let's look at Adam's numbers. Adam says his numbers say on Friday, SPX broke out a 1 month base of 4,800. My target was 48.50 to 55, and it was my key support yesterday. ES agrees. We've now based here for 36 hours. Extreme chop. Plan today 48.52, 48.44. Equals supports, and that keeps 48.60, 48.76 plus alive. If 48.44 fails, then the shorts trigger for a healthy dip to 48.30. 48.30. So if you're trading XSP, you've got the top of 488 as a call, and you've got 483 as a put credit spread. 488 top side, it should go. I'm gonna say shouldn't go anywhere because the market goes where it pleases. But look around 488 for a call credit spread, and look around 483 for a put credit spread. Good morning, Lisa. Hey, mommy love. Let's talk about what's next on here. Okay, so we've got our trades here. CLSK, CleanSpark, Mara, Upstart, Affirm are all in the cash secure puts. We've got call credit spreads. Did anybody enter any of these trades yesterday? If you entered a trade off this list yesterday, put it in the comments, please. If you entered off this list yesterday, put it in the comments. I believe I did XLB. Do I have my notebook in here? I think I left it at home. XLB, I believe I did. And did I look at Amazon? I did do Amazon. I'll chart it in a minute. Mommy love, I do see you there. I did TQQQ was my Peakbot. Y'all know we still using Peakbot. And don't be automated trading. It does the work for you. I did XLY and XLK. XLY and XLK. Okay. Let's look and see what's on Amazon. Where's my... Amazon was on the put credit spread list, I believe, right? Well, Amazon had a red day yesterday. Not that, is anything. We just take all the information in. We do have a rising wedge going. You can see with my lines here. Amazon opened up here and then closed right there at the support. Okay. So let's see. If we were looking at support, I guess call the, support and resistance. I don't know if I'd do anything different as far as charting it. I think I'd leave it charted about the same. We've got a seller and a buyer's gap here. It was seller's gap over here, and it got closed a little bit by this green candle, but it's not all the way closed. So at this point, I would want to see what happens here. But if I was looking at probability out of the money, which y'all know that's how we do. I think I entered in a firm trade yesterday too. It was a firm on our list. AM, come on. AMZN. If we're looking for probability out of the money, I did the 149, 150 as far as put credit spreads. Probability out of the money, actually the 152 is 70%, but a little bit safer would be the 150 on the call credit spread side. And if you were looking on the put credit spread side, forgive me, I was on the wrong side. Put credit spread 149, 150. 150 has a probability out of the money of 86. If you're looking on the call credit spread side, you may want to look at 160. Well, maybe you can look at 157.5 or 160 as far as that trade. If you wanted to go on the top side, if you did 160, 162, that's paying $19. Now, the difference is we talked about iron condors before. right? The difference is with on the call side, sorry, on the put side, you're doing a one spread. I did 149, 150. That's a one spread. On the call credit spread side, you're once you pass 150, Amazon changes to a 2.5 spread. So you got $100 of collateral on the put side and $250 of collateral on the call side. So the broker is going to block off 250, right? They won't block off another 100, but they will block off the highest one, which will be 250. So just know we've talked about iron condors not using the same, not having to add more buying power. But if one is a 2.5 and one is a 1, then the broker is going to block off the highest buying power. Okay. All right. I need you to understand that. Some people said they entered Upstart yesterday. Good job. Good job. Call credit spread. You got in, Lady T. Yep. 2 orders for SOXL could not get filled. I think I looked at SOXL and I'm trying to say why I pulled back. I think because SOXL seemed to still be in the middle somewhere. Let me see. I'll look at SOXL. Let me share my screen again because I think I'm not sharing right now. Okay. SOXL. I think I paused on SOXL to see what it was going to do today. So SOXL does have resistance at 37 from a year or so ago. So it's back a ways. And then we've got these gaps that are, this is just a buyer's gap. Okay, between these two. So your buyer's gap is going to provide some support at the bottom. So if you're looking at 31, you're looking at 31 on the put credits. But the only thing is the current price is at 35. So let's go see what SOXL is doing over here. Remember, you use all the pieces and the parts to help you determine your strikes. Look for your probability out of the money. Look at your support and resistance on the chart. Use your plus minus number. Those 3 things should be enough to help you pick a strike. Okay, those 3 things should be enough. So if we're looking at put credit spreads, you've got 77% probability out of the money is 32.5. I think I saw somebody say 33, 32.5 is what they did, and that's cool too. Let me see if we were doing vertical 33, 32.5. At this point, that's paying $12. I'm not sure, Lady T, you said you put yours in, it didn't feel. Were you looking for more money or were you looking to get one step away? 33, 32.5 is paying $12. That's a 24% return. $12 off of $50 of collateral, which means that would be 24 off of 100. That's 24% collateral on one trade for 1 week. That's pretty good return. But you also want to make sure that you're, comfortable. The It's a plus or minus 2.97, 2.79, which is like plus or minus 3. So if you took 3 off of this, you'd be at 32 and a half. So maybe 32 and a half is also paying $10. That's still paying good. If you like this and you want more out of it, you can change this to something you want, right? And then just let it put a GTC on it and let it sit. All right. If you like it, then put it there and let it sit. Right? I don't know if I have SOXL in my arsenal or not, but let's see. Um, so let's see. The market's going to open in about a minute. If we're looking at the call credit spread side, single call credit spread side, we want to go up to 37.5 and that is where the resistance is above there anyway. So 37.5 or 38, 38 is paying $9 and 37.5 is paying $10. Again, you can adjust that number to a few more dollars if it's nothing more but to pay for the fees. We can pay for the fees with that. Mm-mm-mm. Come on. There we go. Fill in. My computer's working hard now because I got two maps, two chart things running at the same time. So my computer's trying to keep all that going. This is SPX. We're getting ready to open for the day. I'll take us to the, where's my 2-minute chart? I need 2 minutes. There we go, add 2 minutes. We jumped up a little bit, right up to resistance. You see this little red candle right here? Boom, boom, boom. That's where we are on SPX. This here morning, we opened at 48.56. Jumped up just a bit, already starting to try to fill the gap that was created. When you're managing your trades, you may want to look at closing them at 60, 70%. I try to go with about 70%, but you may want to look at closing them at 70% profit. What does that look like? That looks like I entered the trade as a seller and I collected $10, right? I entered the trade as a seller. I collected $10. If I want to close for 70% profit, then I wait till it's worth $3 or less. I took in 10. I want to keep 7. 70% of $10 is $7. I want to keep $7. So I need to close the trade at $3 when it's worth $3 or less. If you want to do 80%, that's $2 or less. 60%, $4 or less. So what you look at is what is the percentage of your profit that you want to keep, right? What is that of the amount you took in? And then you subtract that from the amount and you close it when it gets down to that number. Let's say you did a trade and you took in $20, right? And I want to close it at 80%. Well, 80% of $20 is what? $16? Yeah, 80% is $16. I want to keep 16, so I'm going to close it when it gets to $4 or less. Okay. We're coming on down to fill this gap up. Did I cover all the pieces I was going to cover? I did not. Okay, while we wait around, small account challenge is coming up February 5th through March the 1st. If it's for you, then cool. If it's not, pass the word to someone else who needs to be growing a small account, who is trying to learn spreads and needs a community. We offer all those things. We offer support and community, strategy and community. Good morning, Karen. It was like 8 cents yesterday. Oh yeah, well 8 cents. I really draw the line kind of at 10 cent, Lady T. I want to get at least 10. It's weird. I want to get at least $10 off of 50, which is a 20% return, which I always tell you to let's get at least 10%. But I'm gonna open it and you're gonna pay a fee to open it. And generally I'm gonna close it before it expires. So I'm gonna pay to close it, and then I'm gonna pay $1 to get out. So I want to make sure all that money is in there. Right. Small account challenge. You can start with as low as $100 if you want, right? The E2T membership is running. We have had this membership for over a year. And yeah, definitely over a year for sure. About 14, 15 months. We have morning calls, which you all are being privy to at this point. We have our weekly trainings, which happen on Wednesdays, and we have our monthly coaching call, which we have strategies there. We have a community of people to trade with. We play Cash Flow 101 together on second Saturdays. And you just really got a group of people who are doing the same thing you're doing. And you've got a coach who is right there with you. I'm right there with you as a coach. All righty. Don't forget, we're going left this year. 1 to 2 strategies. We're educating ourselves, focus on fundamentals, and we trade with a plan. Trade with a plan. All right. Let's go on to our declaration. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My accounts grow more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions. Lord, it is you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war with the purpose of establishing your kingdom. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to fulfill this purpose. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, amen. All right. Let's see if there's anything to see over here with SPX. Looks like we got a little red candle forming thus far. You want to be sure to watch as well as pray. Okay, we don't have our 15-minute candle there. Let me go back to, here we are. Want to make sure that we incorporate the, if you're new to options, if you're a newbie to options, you want to go grab options 411. Trying to see the graphic for the weekly SPX strategy. If you feel like you got, you can run the SPX strategy and you really just want to do the power hour, you can go with the SPX playbook. It's $27 at spxplaybook.net. But if you know you need more, you need a little more guidance and you want to know about the different times of day when you can do the strategies, you want to know morning, afternoon, da 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 da. That's a bigger resource. And that's the one I showed you. SPX for daily and weekly profits. All righty. I think I've covered everything I was going to cover today. Getting ready to drift over to go and teach these pre-calculus kids. Alrighty. So I'm going to see you all in the market. Yes, I'll see you in the market. Don't forget, we do two things in our community. The first thing we do is we stay green. Second thing we do is we get this money. All right, everybody. I will see you all later. We'll see you in the market. Bye, everyone.